The Last Suhoor. The narrow alleys of the old Moroccan Medina were eerily quiet that Ramadan night. The air was thick with the scent of damp stone, spiced tea, and the last remnants of someone's iftar meal lingering in the wind. Youssef sat in his modest home, a small room barely big enough for a bed, a table, and a gas stove. A single lantern flickered beside him, casting long, uncertain shadows on the walls. He glanced at the time, 3:25 a.m. A few minutes before Suhoor. For the past 3 nights, he had been woken by the same strange occurrence. 3 slow, deliberate knocks at his door. He had opened it each time, expecting to see a late-night visitor, a beggar, or even a child playing a cruel prank. But each time, the alley outside had been empty, swallowed in darkness. The silence that followed was always more unsettling than the knocks themselves. Tonight, he decided he would not open the door. Instead, he sat, waiting, his ears tuned to the heavy stillness of the house. Then, it came. Knock. 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 The sound was deep, unnervingly slow, as if whoever was knocking wanted to be sure he heard them. Youssef swallowed hard, forcing his breath to stay steady. He turned his head toward the door, his body tense. Silence. The knock didn't come again. Just ignore it, he told himself. Maybe if he didn't react, whoever, or whatever, it was would leave him alone. For a long moment, nothing happened. The air inside the house grew heavy, pressing against his chest. Then, just as he was about to exhale in relief, the floor creaked behind him. A sharp, unnatural chill ran down Youssef's spine. His fingers clenched around the edge of the table. He turned his head ever so slowly, just enough to glance over his shoulder. The small wooden plate where he had placed his suhoor, bread, dates, a bowl of harira, was now completely empty. Gone. The spoon lay motionless, a small droplet of soup still clinging to its edge. His throat tightened. He had not moved. The door had remained shut. He was alone. Wasn't he? A shiver crept up his arms. His eyes darted around the room. Everything was exactly as it had been, except for his food. And then. Knock. 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 This time, the sound didn't come from the door. It came from inside the house. From the corner of the room, where the light didn't quite reach. The darkness shifted. And something knocked back.